Here's something new I just found out about Gen Z dating. This video is by Cole Hastings. Why Gen Z can't find real relationships. Amazing fucking guy.
If I meet a girl out and she has a boyfriend, I'm like you instantly are just not as alluring and as cool.
They have managed
What?
to screw up the Roman society so badly that it's now embarrassing to have you around.
It's making men look completely useless, which in my opinion is completely wrong.
In October of 2025, Vogue released an article titled, "Is Having a Boyfriend Embarrassing Now?" And it almost immediately went mega viral. The basic argument is this: having a partner, something once seen as praiseworthy for women, is now viewed quite differently, often associated with a lack of self-respect. I had heard about
Guys, who reads articles these days about dating? Like about dating. Not an article from a science institute on some new discovery. An article on fucking dating. Who reads these kinds of articles and this kind of media and takes it seriously? I don't care if it's from Vogue or whatever it is. Who just go out and fucking interact with people. It's not that deep.
the article through a few
What
Instagram
is
reels
happening?
and YouTube videos, and when I actually read it, I can confidently say it is
Yeah?
very underwhelming and lacking nuance. I haven't watched any other opinion pieces on it yet, so I thought I would take a stab at this ever-growing issue of people feeling the need to hide their relationships, perhaps not just for women, but for men too. I'll attempt to do this while assessing the landscape of the modern dating market, how it's changed traditional values and purposes for seeking a significant other, and near the end of the video, I'll propose something that may be a bit more controversial. That men and women have never
Number one, that TikTok was incredibly fucking stupid. I hate how now people see, not everybody, but I hate how now people see dating and partners, relationships as a financial fucking investment. And you have to hustle together. Listen, hustling together should have a way different meaning and not financial meaning. It's partly financial, right? When it comes to relationships. But at the same time, I'm not gonna lie, man. I kinda get this. Like I'm 24 now. Like this happened when I was like 16, 17. I just wanted to hit. I just wanted to enjoy myself, okay? And back then, your boy was pretty awkward and weird when it came to, approaching girls. And whatever I could get, I accepted. So I dated this girl that I didn't really find that attractive, right? Just so I can have somebody to have fun with. And I just tried to hide it so no one in my hometown that I lived in back then would ever see me out with this woman. It was childish, but hey, I was 16, 17. This shouldn't be happening in our age where we are adults.
truly understood what the other sex wants or needs. There's a common practice some people take part in on social media when they first start seeing somebody seriously: soft launching. Soft launching isn't explicitly defined in the article, but it's addressed in a more soft way. It's when you subtly suggest that you may or may not have a significant other by posting only a portion of their body, like a hand on the steering wheel, glasses clinking at dinner, or a photo where their face is cropped out or blurred.
Why? Either you have somebody and you're in a long-term relationship, or you're not. If you want to show somebody on your social media, sure. If you're somebody who doesn't want to show them just because you're maybe a popular, famous person, I get it. But this is stupid. Also, look at these guys. These guys look like high schoolers. Okay, we shouldn't be comparing ourselves to these kids.
Entirely. This stands in contrast to its
okay, these are adults.
Hard launching, where someone posts the full face or body of their new partner. I think this phenomenon explains a great deal about many young people's current attitude towards relationships and the subsequent embarrassment. Dating itself is turned into this very nonchalant thing, where if one chooses to participate, there's often an effort to maintain enough distance to avoid being openly labeled as lovers. The better question is why? Why wouldn't someone want to show off their significant other?
You guys care more about what other people think of you than you actually having a great fucking relationship? Meanwhile, everybody online is like, I don't give a fuck. I'm raw, I'm authentic. I don't care what people think about me. It just goes to show you, everybody online is freaking fake, except me.
Worked so hard to secure.
I embarrass myself every day on this channel.
Between men and women. For women, much of the answer is explained in the article. For hundreds, if not thousands of years, getting into a relationship and marrying a man was a necessity, not a choice. Your basic
Yeah.
safety and survival depended on the economic status of your partner because you had much less financial autonomy than today. Therefore, many women shaped their personalities around getting a husband out of survival, and survival, in a way, kind of signals desperation. In a time when women now have nearly the same economic opportunities as men, some interpret a woman actively seeking or publicly prioritizing a relationship as an act of regression rather than empowerment. After all,
I hate that. Like, I hate when, you know, the whole feminism movement, which, great, I want women to be able to vote and work. I've got nothing against that. But I hate that the whole economy and work culture changed when women got in, but nothing in dating changed. How are you still, like, society has changed drastically, but you're still, like, expecting dating to be in a traditional, normal way as before? That's not gonna happen, okay? In life, you gotta learn. You change one thing in life, you're gonna change 5 things, indirectly, okay? If you're going to the gym and you've been eating great for years, and now suddenly you think, I'm fat positive, body positive now. I'm gonna be eating trash. I don't care. But just because you believe in, you want to eat whatever you want to eat, okay? Well, then it's gonna impact your health. It's gonna impact your looks. It's going to impact your everyday life, your energy, your sleep, right? Why isn't this looked at the same way?
Single is a viable and stable option. Why willingly invest a significant amount of time and effort into someone whose role was historically a way to provide security and stability? Are you suggesting that you still can't attain that stability yourself in the modern world? I'm not saying this is my personal perspective, but it is a view that is held by many women who now see openly having a boyfriend as something embarrassing rather than aspirational. Anecdotes from the article support this. On the Delusional Diaries podcast, fronted by 2 New York-based influencers, Haley and Jazz, they discussed—
That's the problem! New York-based influencers. Listen, get out of those big cities where a lot of people, especially influencers, are fake AF. Like, get out of LA, get out of Miami, New York, all of these places. Like, that's the dating scene there is all artificial. It's not genuine, okay? And I'm not saying that there's no good people out there. Okay, I have friends from the US. They tell me about this stuff. If you're trying to find a long-term healthy relationship with a healthy-minded partner, you're not gonna go for an influencer from New York. No hate to influencers from New York. There's probably thousands of you guys who are fucking amazing. Like, you know what I mean watching this video, okay? There's a specific type. There's a stereotype.
Whether having a boyfriend is lame now. Why does having a boyfriend feel Republican? Read a top.
What the fuck? Yeah, that, yep.
They won't come back in until they start acting right. Read another with thousands of likes. In essence, having a boyfriend typically takes hits on a woman's aura, as one commenter claimed. Funnily enough, both of these hosts have partners, which is something I often see online.
Bro, how old were these women? How, like, there's no way a 45, 35-year-old woman, 30-year-old woman fucking said this. If it is, that's fucking sad. These were probably girls in, like, their early 20s.
Women will lament men and heterosexuality, partly in solidarity with other women, but also because it is now fundamentally uncool to be a boyfriend girl. This also
why do you give a fuck about looking uncool, and why the fuck are now even dating and relationships somehow involved with being right-leaning or left-leaning? Come on, man.
Damage social media is reinforcing through its individualistic nature, which is funny because it's literally named social media. Platforms often reward individual branding, like personal success, self-optimization, independence, and desirability. But a visible relationship complicates that image. Soft launching allows someone to acknowledge intimacy while still maintaining ambiguity, preserving the appearance of autonomy while silently participating in partnership. As the article puts it, it feels like the result of women wanting to straddle 2 worlds, one where they can receive the social benefits of having a partner, but also not appear so boyfriend-obsessed that they come across as quite culturally loose. So,
based on just this line, so you're in a relationship, but you don't want to appear like you in a relationship, right? So your social media, if this is more about people, influencers, as they said, this is more about influencers that just want to keep, especially female influencers that want to keep those those weirdos in their comments that they make money from, especially if they have OnlyFans, and those weirdos, those what do you call them? There was a word for it. All these people, all these men, just basically slobbering all over these women's pictures. This is probably why all of this is happening. I don't know why. Why would you? Okay, just don't. You don't have to. You don't have to take pictures of your husband, wife, or partner at all on social media. You don't have to. Why is it a rule that you should eventually have it online?
Zurish. I can attest to most relationships online being perceived in a very negative light. From my personal observations, it feels like when a woman is open about her relationship, a lot of people, at least in the comments, they will say stuff like, you're settling or you're ruining your personal growth, unless that her and her significant other are that productive hustle culture type of relationship. And if you do decide to hard launch your boyfriend, you end up losing hundreds of followers, as cited in the article. I'd imagine that a lot of those followers are just guys who fantasized about being with a woman that they've never met, but also a good portion of them were probably women who perceived that being in a relationship is somehow a sign of a lack of self-respect.
But those were basically women who just saw her as this workaholic boss bitch, and now they see her in a happy relationship. Okay, maybe she's still promoting this boss bitch mentality, hustling. By the way, let's be honest, she's probably not doing anything. She's probably just posting on social media, and she probably just found a rich guy if she got lucky. That's it. Okay, and she still wants to, you know, maintain that online persona of this modern fourth wave feminist who only cares about jobs and work and business. Let's be honest.
Now, what about men? Why wouldn't men want to show their significant other off on social media? Well, firstly, I think this whole soft launching phenomenon happens much less with men, but when it does, I think it's because of an incomprehension of what relationships are supposed to represent now. Historically, relationships signaled status and competence for men. If you managed to attract a woman, it suggested you possessed something of value, social standing.
I'm not gonna lie, all of these guys looked chopped AF. And I'm a chopped guy myself, okay? And they are getting married. These days, when you see men looking like the first guy getting married on social media, Instagram comments, they will go fucking crazy roasting the guy.
Stability, confidence, or the charisma to charm and connect. A visible relationship almost functioned like social proof. It demonstrated that you were both successful and desirable. And while you could argue that that's most people's interpretation of relationships still, for a lot of men and women, the meaning of a relationship is much less clear. Many of the traditional markers that once defined masculine success have weakened or become contested, while no universally agreed upon replacement has taken their place. As a result, publicly displaying a relationship does not carry the same sort of straightforward sense of achievement. In fact, in some online spaces, it can signal the exact opposite, just like it does for women.
Exactly, I was about to say that. Like, for example, there's a lot of, the toxic female part of the internet is the modern feminism, men-hating part, right? And the toxic men's part of the internet is the red pill stuff, right? When it comes to red pill, they just promote as a man, just having sex with a ton of women as much as possible, right? So if you're this guy, especially an influencer guy, of course, obviously, of course, and you're promoting this, and you have this kind of a following by a lot of men following you for this brainwashing red pill stuff, you taking a picture of a woman and, publicly saying that you are in a long-term relationship, loving relationship with this woman, and you are loyal to her, you'll lose the audience you've built up, which is the toxic audience, right? So you want to keep it secret, so you potentially can also get more women to actually have sex, because a lot of these men aren't in actual long-term relationships, or if they are, they're just open, but they just lie that they're not open because they want to portray that they're this man boss, that she can't do anything with other men, but they can do everything they want with other women, which is most of the time it's not the case. So they want to lie about it, they want to keep it a secret, plus they want to be able to attract more of those kinds of women to get more, action. This is my interpretation of why soft launching would exist for men.
And if you're openly showing love to your partner and celebrating her, a lot of immature guys online will call you a simp, and they will project their own insecurities and fears onto your relationship. This type of criticism happens all the time unjustifiably for things as simple as like posting a caption just describing all the things you love about her, or even just posting.
Why do you want to post? Why you should post it?
From my experience, when I made a video announcing my engagement to my wife a while back, I had plenty of dudes ready to give their opinion.
Bro, wait, what? Oh my god.
My engagement to my wife a while back, I had plenty of dudes.
Bro is simping so hard that she is gonna become disgusted with him soon enough and dump him. Mark my words, in a few months, he is gonna make a video titled Why Love Is Not Needed after he gets dumped. Oh my god, these sad little dumbasses, man. These... It's so depressing and sad. I mean, I can roast the hell out of this Danny D guy. Also, isn't Danny D like a porn actor? Don't ask me how I know that. Am I wrong? Anyway, let's see.
Their opinion on how long
I hate you both. Oh my god, bro. Oh my god.
They thought my marriage would last, and why it was the wrong choice. Granted, any guy who ridicules you for actually caring about your partner and wanting to express appreciation for them is absurdly immature and shouldn't be taken seriously. But
like, you see, even though Cole, like, even him, Cole Hastings, his channel, he doesn't promote that kind of shit. He didn't want to make it. He had a girl and then, you know, married, as he said, right, for the longest time. But he didn't really, you know, he kept it a secret, right? Which is fine. I agree with that. He is a, you know, public person. But then if he actually announces it online, and now people are hating on him, even if he doesn't have that kind of an audience, that kind of a channel, you still get these goobers, gooners, red pill weirdos who just hate women just because they're not in the type of like relationship or situationship they want to be in. It's fucking sad, man.
Younger people especially are
and I love
still
making fun of
the
them.
Weight of these kinds of words more than they did in the past, because it's happening through a medium in which men can comment without consequences behind an anonymous profile. What might have been a passing comment among a small social circle in the past now feels like a public judgment, repeated and reinforced by strangers who face no social consequences for saying it.
Yeah, I get
and this results in those who are in relationships second-guessing things they otherwise would have felt secure and confident about if they never posted about it. So like whether they appeared too attached or whether they're revealing too much emotionally. Which is why I really don't blame couples who keep their relationship private. In fact, I actually admire them for it if this is the main reason for wanting to keep your relationship private. But if their main purpose for keeping the relationship quiet was a fear of commitment, that's a different story. So whether you're a man or a woman in a heterosexual relationship, soft launching becomes a compromise. It allows both parties to participate in intimacy while maintaining plausible deniability.
I mean, I think I proved my point. A lot of these people doing this soft launching stuff are probably people who want to keep up this online persona of, look at me being this kind of a guy, just because they make money out of it. Like OnlyFans women or influencers, like boss babes, influencers, or just red pill guys. That's it. Me, if I had a relationship, I would want to keep it a secret from, you know, my YouTube channel. Because if one video just gets 10,000 views, even 1,000 views, I don't want it to be a video of my partner, okay? I don't want anybody to know that shit about me. And now, maybe she will be okay with it. Maybe one day we will decide. But I prefer to keep it a secret, right? Also, the last stuff he actually mentioned at the end with people feeling insecure and stuff. Hey, and leaving hate comments because of that, because that's what hate comments are. If you're hating on somebody, don't watch their content and just move on. You know, you hate them. That's it. What kind of an impact they have in your life, right? They're not politicians. I get it if you're hating politicians, right? But a content creator? No. So, you know, I'm open about my insecurities all the time on my channel. I don't give a fuck. Okay, I can make fun of myself. And sometimes I even get hate comments on the dumbest reasons possible. And guess what? I leave them. I like, okay? I can laugh with you. I feel a little bit sad if you leave hate comments, but I just want to be more relatable to actual, you know, good people. Also, maybe I should do a video on my biggest insecurities. Maybe that's gonna be fucking interesting. I should like leave it at the top of my channel. Everybody that comes to my channel for the first time will see, what's this guy about? Oh, he's open about his insecurities. This guy's a loser. That might be interesting. Tell me what you guys think in the comments. I'll leave Cole's video in the description. He still is going to talk about his thoughts and some of his controversial opinions. I saw him. I agree with what he's trying to say. Videos in the description. Have a nice day.